By the end of this video, we're going to have 7 new editing hacks that you can implement today on Instagram Reels to start to increase the amount of views and the amount of followers that you're currently getting. And the best part about these editing hacks is 1, you don't need to be an expert editor, and 2, you can literally do all of these things from the Instagram app, so you're not going to have to pay for some expensive software or something like that. You can literally implement all of this right now for free, and it's going to increase your views. In fact, this creator just implemented these tips and was able to gain over 70,000 followers, and this creator was able to do the same thing, except they were able to gain over 100,000 followers in just a 30-day period. And I think the same thing can happen to you if you simply implement these editing hacks, because it's going to make the Instagram algorithm stop ignoring you, and they're finally going to give you the views that you think you deserve. And I bet you didn't know that the colors that you're actually choosing for the text on the screen on Instagram have a drastic effect on how many views that you get, because if you're not creating the right emotional response that you're trying to with the text that you choose, the sounds that you choose, and what you're actually putting on the screen, this is one of the reasons that people aren't sticking around to watch your content on Instagram, and boom, that's why the Instagram algorithm isn't pushing out your content. So here are the colors that you should be using and the context in which you should be using them. When it comes to using the color red, you should really only be using this in your hooks so that you could get somebody's attention and stop them from scrolling. I wouldn't use it for anything other than that. When it comes to yellow, this should be used for call to actions, or if you're trying to create some type of excitement within the video. If you have a surprising fact or an opinion that you're trying to create trust with, I'd recommend using blue. And then if you're going to also do a call to action that's inspiring action, or you're trying to suggest that somebody can get something better, I would strongly suggest using green. And then the only 2 other colors that I would suggest using are going to be black and white. And the reason for this, and by the way, the majority of the text that you have on the screen should be black and white. You should only be using colored text if you're trying to create the emotions that I just shared with you. All the other colors that you should be using are going to be black and white. And I bet if you go scroll your Reels feed, the majority of colors that you're going to see are going to be black and white. So you're choosing those random colors, or you're choosing a color that doesn't have a lot of context to the background. Guess what that ultimately ends up doing? It ends up decreasing the amount of reach that you're getting on Instagram right now, and as a result of that, you're not getting the views or the followers you want. And if you haven't heard, the Instagram algorithm has recently changed, and they actually just released a new feature that is going to help you get more views if you're able to hit this metric, and that metric is going to be replays. And this next trick I share with you is going to make you get way more replays on your content so that you can skyrocket the amount of reach that you get. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quick on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In fact, I quit my job with Gary Vee to help you grow on social media, because I know that you know how big of an opportunity this is, and that's exactly why I created a free Instagram growth course. You can get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post and the best hashtags to use, because if you're doing those things wrong, it could also be decreasing your views. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and register right now. So when it comes to increasing the amount of replays that you're getting within your content, the easiest way to do this is to create a 5-second video that simply has a hook on the screen, and then you suggest that people go to the description to get the real meat of the content. And the only reason that this won't work is 1, your hook was bad, or 2, your description was bad. Now in just a second, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get AI to create the perfect description for you. But first, I need to make sure that you're getting your hook from the right place. Essentially what I would do is whatever topic you're going to be creating content about, I would go do a search for that on Instagram, and then you're going to see the For You page, and from here you just want to click into a few of the reels and see which ones are getting the most shares and getting the most likes, and I would literally just copy the hook from that, because you're not going to do the same video as them, because it's going to be a 5-second video where you get people to go to the caption. But essentially you want to just steal the hook from that, and then in the last 2 seconds tell people to go to the caption for more. Okay, so in order to get AI to literally write the perfect description for you, here's what you need to do. Step number 1 is you need to come and find somebody that wrote a really good description for the piece of content that you're going to try to do. For example, somebody like Healthy Emmy creates great descriptions. A great description is going to be 125 to 150 characters. It's going to have emojis in it, and it's going to be spaced out like this so that it's actually really easy to read. Because if your entire description is just crammed into one thing, it actually looks really hard to read for your viewer, and they're not going to want to read it. So what you're going to do is you are going to, 1, take this prompt that I have right here. I need you to write me the perfect Instagram caption for my post. Please make sure it's spaced out appropriately and use emojis to help break it up and make it easy to read. Ideally, the first sentence should hook the reader in, and the last sentence should be a call to action to follow me. Here are my competitor's description. Please reword it and make it better, and keep it to 125 to 150 characters. Now, of course, for the sake of this example, we're going to use hers. But what you would want to do is find a competitor that made a similar post, and then you're going to take their description
description and you're going to copy it in here. As you can see, she had a hook here, and then she goes through and actually creates a really good post. So essentially what you want to do is you want to copy and paste this right here, and you're going to paste this into your notes. I use notes personally, but honestly you could just do this straight into ChatGPT. You're going to want to then take this and you're going to give it to ChatGPT, and you're going to click enter, and boom, they literally are going to spit back to you a perfect description. And what I would do is use this if you don't want to create your own description. Now I do want to warn you, you should basically take this and try to rewrite it a few ways, or try to fix some simple things that ChatGPT might have done wrong. For example, I would not put a hashtag in the middle of the description, but you guys get the point. It had a really good call to action. It really formatted this description well, and this is exactly what you should be doing in your content if you're doing a 5-second video that just has a hook and a good description. And this is one of the easiest ways for you to get out a lot of content on Instagram and create content that the Instagram algorithm actually loves.
Now there are 2 other editing tricks that you need to make sure that you're doing, and I do want to warn you, the last one I'm going to share with you is by far the most important and makes the most small accounts on Instagram go viral simply by implementing this one editing hack. And remember, it's easier to grow on Instagram than it ever has been before right now, and you need to make sure that you're taking advantages, because if you don't, you're probably going to regret this once it gets hard to grow on Instagram again. Have you ever heard the statistic that now humans have less of an attention span than a goldfish? Well, it is true, and you can easily take advantage of this within your content by changing the clip that you have every 3 to 4 seconds. And there's several ways that you could do this. 1, you could just change the background that you have behind you. 2, you could add B-roll into your content. 3, you could literally just film a new clip and slightly change the camera angle, or you could use a green screen to make this incredibly easy. And by doing this, it's going to keep your viewer engaged, which is going to increase the amount of time that people spend on your posts and increase your audience retention. And then guess what happens as a result? Forces the Instagram algorithm to push out your content more, and it makes it way easier for you to actually control the tone of your voice. Something I want you to do, go to the Instagram Reels feed, and I want you to see that so many different people are doing this, and I bet you probably never even realize that they constantly keep changing the clips, or changing their tone of voice, or changing where they are. And the reason that they're doing that is because it helps capture your attention and appeal to your ADHD brain. And as a result, it looks like you're watching a new video every 3 to 4 seconds, but you're not, but you're still getting that dopamine hit in your head, which tells you not to keep scrolling away. Now the last editing hack that I have for you is that you need to stop creating your own content. Over 25% of content that gets shared on Instagram, which is one of the most important metrics that Instagram is looking for, is meme content. So instead what you should be doing is for 1/3 to 1/4 of your posts, you should literally just be finding trending memes and making them relatable to your audience or to somebody within your niche. And what is this going to do? 1, it's going to decrease the amount of time you actually spend creating content. 2, it's going to help you create more contextual content for your niche. And 3, it's going to help you go viral more often. On top of that, you're not going to be forced to create new content all the time, because you could literally just find a meme format that works and keep changing it for a different situation or a different scenario. Now, if you want me to personally look at your Instagram account to help you grow quicker and tell you exactly what to do, like I did for this creator to gain over 70,000 followers and was able to quit his full-time job and launch a business on Instagram, and this creator to gain over 100,000 followers, well, please keep watching this video, because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implement every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm going to be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm going to send you new post ideas, and I'm going to critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is going to help you get followers more easily and quicker, so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back with 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.